Hi there, it's Laura here from iHeart Planners, and I am here to show you all about my very favorite vacuum cleaner. Honestly, this is the fourth cordless vacuum I have tried over the past 4 or 5 years, and I think I have finally found the one. Meanwhile, make sure you take a second, give this video a thumbs up, and be sure to hit subscribe because we have lots of fun videos coming your way. First, like I said, this is my fourth cordless vacuum. I first went from a traditional corded vacuum to a cordless model about 5 years ago when my daughter was about 8 months old and started eating solid food at the table. And we went from having to vacuum once a day, maybe every other day, even once a week, to having to vacuum multiple times a day. And that's when I got tired of the cord and I wanted something cordless that really worked. I won't go into all the details of every single model I tried that I didn't love, but basically several of them just didn't last very long, like they only lasted a few months. You need to look at how long does the battery charge last. You want it to really have a lot of suction to be able to pick up your dirt on both hard surfaces and carpets, because I have carpets, hard floors, and rugs. So I want it to pick up everywhere. So those are some of the things that I was looking at, and a lot of them just didn't fit the bill. The other thing, and one of my very favorite things about this particular vacuum, because like I said, I've owned several cordless vacuums, the main part of it lives right here at the bottom. What that means is that, I'm vacuuming and all I need to do is set it up and it stays upright. Many of the cordless vacuums have the main bulk of the motor, or whatever you want to call it, right up at the top. And so what that means is that when you're vacuuming and you want to walk away from the vacuum, it won't stand up on its own. That is super frustrating and annoying. It's top heavy. You might lean it against a wall and then it'll easily knock over and scrape the wall. So I just need a vacuum that will stand up on its own. So that is the first thing that I love about this vacuum. The second thing is super easy to charge the battery. So with any cordless vacuum, you obviously need a battery. This is the battery. It's fairly big, it's fairly heavy, but let me show you how you charge it. So to charge this battery, it comes with this little thing that plugs into the wall and this. So you just stick it in here like this, and that's all you need to do. So with some of the cordless vacuums I've tried, didn't really have a removable battery, like you had to hook the vacuum in somewhere. This is super easy. You can move this around anywhere. It's super easy to take the battery out. It's kind of discreet. I can put it in the corner. So I love how easy it is to charge. It doesn't take too long to charge up. It has indicator lights on the top, and it says that one charge lasts pretty close to 30 minutes, and I have found that to be accurate. I could vacuum almost my entire house on one charge. Next, it's super easy to just start vacuuming or set it up right. I love that. You press this button to start it, and I would say it's a tad bit heavier than some of the cordless vacuums that I have tried. It's not a terrible thing. It makes it stand up on its own. It's still lightweight, easy to carry up the stairs, not hard to maneuver. I would say my 3-year-old has a little bit of difficulty when he tries to use this one. With our previous one that was lighter, he could use it a little bit easier. My 5-year-old has no trouble. She can vacuum up really well. And honestly, this has helped her, because with our really lightweight one, what she would do is she would try to pick up the vacuum and kind of set it on top of the dirt instead of like really keeping it on the ground. With this, she can't do that, and it's actually taught her how to vacuum correctly, and that was just like an unintentional benefit. And once my 3-year-old had some practice, he's doing it pretty well as well. And who doesn't love it when someone else can vacuum for them? So another great benefit is that if you have kids, not only are you obviously vacuuming more often, but they can vacuum for you, because with a traditional corded vacuum, I think it's heavier. It would be harder for my kids to do it themselves, and I wouldn't really want my 3-year-old going and trying to plug something into an outlet himself. So that's a great benefit of a cordless. Next, one of the reasons why I chose this particular vacuum, and I want to tell you, I actually read a ton of vacuum reviews. I watched YouTube reviews and comparisons. So I did my homework because I was tired of buying a new one every year. This is one of the only ones I have found that has a double roller system. That means you turn this one on for carpet and this one on for hard floors. So it does a really good job at whatever it's doing, at either hard floors or carpet. So I love that. You'll notice this is covered in hair. That has been the case with any vacuum that I have ever had. They are covered in hair because I have long hair. It's just part of life, and I have yet to find a vacuum that doesn't get hair stuck in it. So we just have to, and when I say we, I mean my husband, bless his heart, he cleans the hair out of the vacuum ever so often, but I've never had it cause a real problem or stop working. I have seen a couple cordlesses that I think you had to change out the roller yourself when you wanted to go from carpet to hard floor. That's a pain. With this, all you do, press this button for hard floor, this button for carpet. So it's so easy. One of the other features, if you're curious, the way that you turn this into less of a traditional vacuum is you just pick this up and you lift this away. Now, in some of the reviews that I was watching, some people actually, and you can unclip this too if you want to, they were using it like they would hold this little part of the vacuum and they would like really get under spaces or beds. I will be honest, I very rarely find the need to vacuum that far under something, and I guess I just let it stay messy most of the time, or I will pull my entire couch out to vacuum behind it. So, but it is a nice feature, and that's also how you can make use of being able to use it on like stairs or cars or things like that. So let me show you how you can turn this into more of a handheld vacuum. So I've already moved this off of the pole, and then there is, I'm gonna set this down, and there is a wand release right here. So all I do is I press on that. Now, like I can forget all about that thing, and this is running it. So I can do whatever I need. There's several attachments that come with it. So I could clean up high, I could get in crevices, I could vacuum out my car. This is not too heavy and it just works nice. And I love not actually having to have a separate handheld vacuum. It's just way more simple. And I do not own a corded vacuum. This is our only vacuum. So this is the crevice tool that gets in like nooks and crannies of the couch and things like that. This would be like upholstery if you wanted to vacuum your couch or something like that. And then to be honest, I have no idea what this is. I've never used it. This is just the power button to turn it on. This changes it from either floor to carpet, and this just gives it a little boost, so a little extra suction to pick stuff up. I will tell you, I've almost never needed to use the boost. It does just fine without it, but that's an option if you want to use it. And one more thing I want to mention is I feel like the noise level of this vacuum is, I would say, about average. I've had quieter vacuums and I've definitely had louder vacuums. So it's somewhere in the middle. It's never really bothered me, but I did want to mention that because I know a lot of you might be concerned about that. I absolutely love this. Now I'm gonna leave a link below to where you can get this. I got it on Amazon. It arrived in just a couple of days. Super easy to put together. And why don't you let me know in the comments, do you have a vacuum that you love? And are you still searching for the perfect vacuum like I am?